And we're at it again here. It's freezing, John Tag. And it's raining. It's sleeting. But this is my kitchen. The old Chrysler kitchen. This part's warm. I haven't even got a chance to watch live today. I was hauling this Camaro out here to store it for some kid that wants to work on it. Oh, nice. Sharp Fab got it going on. Put catfish back in the lake, son. What's up, Moore's Garish? Pablo. I should turn this around so I can stand behind it. Oh, that's the trash bag. The light does make it look a little close. Oh yeah. Plus it's raining. Pablo, that's a 74 New Yorker. I actually got this thing parked under the lean-to because the shop is full of stuff. John Tag, you talking about the mics? I missed it. My fingers are too cold to scroll up. Moore's, we doing, actually, the grocery store I went to didn't have 100% grass-fed, so this time they had Wahlburgers. Oh, okay, it's cool. Appreciate it, Pablo. This is as it was in 74. I mean, I know it's not a muscle car, but there's nothing that's been done to it. It's pretty solid old lady. Gina, you know what we're doing. Michael over on YouTube, what's up? Sorry I missed you. Same old, except it's raining and it's cold. But you know what? This is my kitchen. Heck yeah, Pablo. That's what my whole existence is. AuxAuto is a nonprofit that basically pays the shop bills for people that can't afford to make their vehicles safe or operational. And I come on here and I repeat the same things over and over again and just kind of hang out with some people I'm actually getting to know pretty good, which is kind of cool. But right now I'm grilling some burgers inside my kitchen, my Chrysler kitchen. And then I'll move into the shop here in a little bit. I got out here And I was trying to figure out what to do because I was like, I think it's too late. I don't even want to put all this stuff together. And it was 6 o'clock. It had been dark for like 2 hours. Yeah, Pablo, I appreciate that. Every subscription is basically helping promote me, helping other people be successful. It's even sleeting out here, and it was cold, and I got a headache, and I'm tired. But I was like, you know what? I got no friends. I'll just go live on TikTok and YouTube. Like usual, I got YouTube on one device and TikTok on the other. YouTube pretty much ignores me, though. Pablo, I've got inside the shop, I've got a 68 Chrysler 300, a 69 Charger, an 81 Corvette, a 69 Roadrunner, and a 79 Ford, but the Ford's not mine. It was good, Gina. I ate grass-fed burgers. No, it was good, though. My kid was out of town at another event. My parents were up in another state. So I honestly, I went to bed at about 7 o'clock, and it was the best night ever. Man, I love sleeping. I like sleeping so good that you wake up at like 6 o'clock and your body's like, dude, let's go, let's do it. Let's find something to do. Get into that deep REM sleep. And Moors, we're gonna keep Gina up all night. Up all night, sleep all day. What up, Pablo? What you got? I was pretty worn out when I got here, I'm not gonna lie. And it started sprinkling. I was like, oh, let's just go find a movie on Netflix. Even though their stock is trash right now for me. Yeah, a Ford mother bleeping Ranger. Yeah, those early 90s Fords have their own cult following. Matter of fact, I think if you got a 91 Ford Ranger on any of the social medias, you'll be able to find groups that know everything about them. That's one of the good things about nowadays. Yeah. Hey, that doesn't run right now. Although I got to give the kid credit. He does all the work on it. Blue head gaskets. Now he's got milky oil. But he's not giving up on it. I've got it out here. I'm going to store it for a while. And when he's able to get the parts together, he's going to rebuild it. Java over on YouTube. I'm drinking modified wheat and barley. Yeah, Shiver. Kudos to him. He better get his stuff together because he's also dating my kid. Dude, yeah, Pablo, a 91 Ford Ranger, $4,000, under 70,000. Chopper over on YouTube. I don't even know if I want to admit what it is. I will tell you this: it's not a White Claw, but it's equally as embarrassing. I would, man. Like I said, if you got the opportunity to get something like that, I think it's one of those vehicles that there's a lot of people that know everything about it. And once you get stuck with something, there's somebody that has already been in that situation before. I think it'd be a wise thing. What'd I say, Gina? Chrysler kitchen. That would be, you know what? It's one of the other things I like about coming on these lives, because I just basically jibber jabber the whole time. But I'm not a grill person, but I think that would be cool to have a segment called the Chrysler kitchen. Have a good night, Pablo. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Like I said, anytime somebody comes in here and they do something, follow along or share or anything like that, or just being here, it helps out. It helps me promote my automotive nonprofit. So I appreciate you coming in here. It's probably just the light. Actually, I've got the LaCrosse. I've got the L2008-1 rare black cold charred Kingsford L200 charcoals, and they burn purple. They're made out of eastern Siberian birch, and they integrate that with some East Travolian fibers of the fig Newton tree. It's pretty expensive. It's like $20 a brick. Of course, I'm kidding. I think it's just the light. It's kind of like how those, you ever seen the street lights that are purple? Those purple street lights are actually just a manufacturer's defect. There were a lot of rumors floating around that, like, if you go into some shady gas stations in some shady parts of cities, they'll have like a purplish kind of light in the bathroom, so that when people go in there, they can't find their veins for shooting up drugs. And everybody thought those purple lights were a part of that, but it's actually just a defect. Good thing I put my big jacket on, man. It's getting cold out here. I don't know if you can hear like that that rumble, but I've got one of those jet heaters going in the shop, so when I get in there, it's not so frigid. That was another thing I was having issues with, because I don't want to open the doors because all that cold air will just be cold. So I've kind of got the door down open, just a little square on the bottom, and then I've got the heater blowing in that corner, because when I got the doors down, I don't really have any internet. So I got the wireless booster hanging off the door next to the heater. A silly salamander. Calico over on YouTube. You mean, is that Florida? No, I'm about 9 hours north of the northernest border of Florida, in Tennessee. Steven, that is a 1974 Chrysler New Yorker Brougham. Only the finest AM FM radio. It actually is a runner, even though I cut the muffler off of it, and I think I've lost compression in one of the cylinders. Because I made this video about, I guess it's been 2 years ago now, where I was spinning the tires around the property, and I think it was a little too much for this old tired engine. Now, Steven, it's got a 440 in it, but it's after they detuned them. So it's pretty weak, but it's still haul a trailer. It's still got some torque. Steven, I'm gonna store that out here at the property I call Auxland, the automotive complex that is the home base of AuxAuto, the automotive nonprofit that provides financial mechanical assistance to people that depend on their transportation for a living. I basically pay the shop bills for people that can't afford to make their vehicles safe or operational. And I come on here and promote it. I got TikTok on one device, YouTube on the other one, and just try to get people to follow along. And hopefully one day, all the subscriptions and follows and likes will turn into a way to pay for these AuxAuto assists. I think I said something about this yesterday, Gina, or whenever, Friday night, something like that. I've made $100 on TikTok so far, and I feel like if I keep this up by like summer, I honestly could probably make enough money to do my first AuxAuto assist that is completely and 100% funded by social media, and I'm honestly kind of excited about it. Steven, I'm in Middle Tennessee. Sweaty Teddy. That's funny. What's a sweaty Teddy? What, you got to get it replaced, Steven? Heck yeah, it is. I'm pretty partial to Tennessee, but also Georgia and also Michigan. One of the cool things, it's a little cold, I'm getting a little sniffly. I bet you could find somebody that's done that before, or I bet you could find somebody that knows exactly what it needs, and I bet you could do that. Oh, we got a battle going on. Battle Royale. Moore's Garage in China. Top gifter in this corner. Chopper over on YouTube. I've got TikTok on one device and I've got YouTube on another one. So like TikTok is over here on this phone and YouTube is on this one. So if it sounds like I'm talking to myself, sometimes I do that. It's completely normal, I swear. But there's a feed on TikTok, and that's the ones I'm responding to. So I try to do primarily YouTube and TikTok. Facebook, I've got a lot of friends and family and people I grew up with, and that would be all right. It'd just be a little awkward. But no, you're on the same feed. OG on TikTok, and sorry, usually I'll delineate which is which helps so people don't think I'm crazy. That's a 74 New Yorker OG. And Chopper, if you're still here, I don't, for whatever reason, like YouTube Live, I think YouTube Live is primarily more successful for people that have a big following, and I don't. So there's not really people that go on YouTube and scroll the lives as they do on TikTok. I think there's more people that just scroll lives on TikTok. Plus, I got more folks over there anyway. But I think on YouTube, the people that are more successful with lives has a bigger following, and their followers are waiting for them to go live to talk about stuff. But I still think it's a good way to promote. Even if I got 2 people over there, I mean, it's 2 more people that I could talk to about my project than not. That's Camaro, but that's I don't even know what year that is. I'm storing that over here at the Auxland Complex, the home base of AuxAuto, the automotive nonprofit that provides financial mechanical assistance to people that depend on their transportation for a living. I kind of sound like a rapper when I roll that out. But he blew a head gasket, but he's determined he's going to fix it. So I'm going to put it out here for a while until he has the means to do that. Oh, heck yeah, Wayne. That's a 74 Chrysler New Yorker Brougham. Yeah, Moores, I agree. And that's one of the reasons that I keep it running, because, I mean, like, there are times when I'll get like 143 people to follow along on TikTok, but then I'll get 2 on YouTube. But in my opinion, it's kind of like when I used to play shows, when I played music for a living. If we had 100 people at a show, to us, that was awesome. If we had 3 people there, that was awesome. Like, it didn't really matter. There's somebody there to watch it. So honestly, I just like to keep it rolling, because if somebody comes along, then that's more than none. Well, Gina, the thing is, like, that would pretty much bankrupt AuxAuto. He's got to get the whole thing rebuilt. If I had the money, speaking of, what's up, Kay? We're talking about how I couldn't afford to fix this Camaro back here. I don't know if you've ever seen that car. What year is that Camaro? I've already had 3 or 4 people ask about it. '94. Some of y'all know that Kay's my kid, and her honey Boo Boo owns this Camaro. Now it's on display. I actually just didn't feel like unloading. When I got out here, it started raining. Well, I thought that's what you called him. That's what he told me his nickname was, Honey Boo Boo. Whatever happened to Honey Boo Boo? Oh, that's so warm. That's how he's saved in my phone. Uh-oh, Gina Morse, I think, took #1 spot. Ha ha! Moving into first place, Moore's Garage. Garage. You know what's funny, Gina, is I read that as Dart. It's a little bit of my Listexlia kicking in. that say Dodge? Oh, daggum. BT Dubs, did you know that the Grand Ole Opry turned 100 yesterday? November 28, 1925. It was originally called the WSM Barn Dance. Back in the day, we used to sneak in backstage at the Opry over near the Opryland Hotel. We used to do that quite a bit, actually. There was a way you can get in around the fence in the back of it. You can't do it anymore because it's all been rebuilt after the Nashville flood. But we used to make our way backstage and hang out with some of those old-time country artists like Porter Wagner, Little Jimmy Dickens, Sammy Kershaw. Grand Ole Opry Live. I remember seeing Little Jimmy Dickens at a bar right across the alley from the Ryman. I think the Grand Ole Opry went to the Ryman in '74, same year as his car. And I was just thinking, because he used to sit there with all of his old school friends, drink and get toasted, and then walk across the alley and go play shows at the Opry. But it was just him and his manager, and it was kind of sad. And about a year later, he died. Gene is coming back in for that number one spot. Still smells chemical. Speaking of little facts, you know where Kingsford got its name? From the Ford Motor Company. Yeah, they got it from charcoal. Or are you in Detroit? I forgot. Detroit. I think we had that conversation once. Oh yeah, that's right. Morris knows what's up. Dang, all right, I missed that. But yeah, that's, I bet you don't know a lot about Detroit history. There is, what's up? That's crap, I forgot already. 94? No, it's yeah, 94. Rizzo, I have several times. I used to live there when I was a little guy. Yeah, I thought that was cool, and whenever I could drop random facts that now people don't believe me about that, because I didn't believe it either at first, but it makes sense because Henry Ford was kind of a no scrap kind of guy. Oddly enough, that's why I buy Kingsford now, and that's the only charcoal I use. So if you want a nice charcoal hamburger, grab a bag of Kingsford charcoal. I had a lot of family that worked at Ford back in the day. You got it, buddy. 1974 New Yorker. It's the centerpiece of my lean-to currently. Buddy, I'm actually grilling burgers. I just got that in the under the. This is my Chrysler kitchen. I think my great grandfather worked in the Rogue plant. My aunt worked there during the Ford versus Ferrari days. Our great aunt. She's like 95 now. I think it just went down 10 degrees. Hello, Mr. Rabbit. It smells really good up here. Fresh air. The charcoal. They used to make charcoal on this property that is Auxland, the automotive complex that houses AuxAuto, the automotive nonprofit. There used to be charcoal kilns on this property back in the 50s. I actually found a website that has historic aerial imagery, and I actually found, which is incredibly exciting for me, I actually found an aerial picture from the 60s, I think it was, of the charcoal kilns, because on this property over here in the corner, there's concrete foundations. There's about 4 of them, and at one point, that's where they did they burnt the wood to make the charcoal. But I actually found a picture, an aerial picture of those kilns when they still existed. It was pretty awesome. And I also debunked a rumor that I thought that the highway that is now, what is now the main highway that's next to me, used to be this little 2-lane road that goes over here, and it went all the way down to like Chattanooga. And what I thought was the road was actually just cut for power lines. Oh, Morse, that's kind of cool. There's a Kingsford High School. I thought their mascot would just be a brick of charcoal. The Kingsford Coals. Hello, Dan. Are you my dad? favorite song. That smells syrup. He's offsetting a little bit. Sir Roland, that's a 94 Camaro. Pretty sure it's got a 350. Looks like a dart. No, it blew a head gasket. Now the oil looks like chocolate milk. It's not mine though. I've got it. I'm gonna store it out here for a little while until the owner has time to come fix it. It did run. I mean, technically, yes, it would run, but yeah, you would just be pumping that nasty chocolate milk through the engine. It's kind of like I've got a Lincoln Mark 8 that I tried to get ready for Holly Ford Fest. I was going to race in the Hoopty Cross race, and it was the same, had the same fate. It was, I should have checked the oil. I bought it really quick because I had about a week to get ready, and then I started disassembling it. I knew the head gasket was blown when I got here to the shop, but I should have just drove it for the race because it would have blown anyway, and I still could have at least, I mean, it would have lasted a couple days, I'm sure. But I took it apart to fix it, and I didn't get enough time to finish it. Oh, hey, Audrey. It's freezing out here. Got the burgers cooking, the 74 chilling. Hi, Aaron. I got the bluegrass a pumping. York, I got out here at I got out here and it was dark the whole trip out here, and by the time I got out here I was kind of tired anyway, and it started raining, and I was like, you know, I think I'm just gonna go to bed. It's already kind of late. It was 6 o'clock. I didn't leave till probably 3:30 or 4. That's right, John Tag, the sound of home. I actually listened to that whole Grand Ole Opry 100-year celebration yesterday, so it kind of got me back into the old school country bluegrass music. One time we even snuck into the Ryman. It was closed though, and then we snuck into the CMA Awards, which is cool. I mean, not into the building, but we snuck into the grounds, and we got caught by a security guard. And one of my quicker-witted friends said that we were in the band with one of the artists, and he knew stuff about that artist. And he's like, well, you guys can't hang out here. You got to get your lanyards, so go up there where the everybody's leaving. And it was right at the end of the CMAs, and all the artists were leaving the building and getting into their limos. And I remember, what's her name? Sarah. Country artist named Sarah. I'll think of it here later, but instead of getting into a limo, or she got into like a 1960 Buick, and I was like, oh, that's great. Sarah Evans, yeah, that's it. And I was like, that's pretty awesome. We used to sneak into a lot of places. It was the CMAs, the Rhyme, and the Grand Ole Opry. I think that was it for. We did the Opry quite a bit. Oh yeah, I have John Tech. Thanks, Jim. Happy holidays to you. Out here in the Chrysler Kitchen, grilling some burgers, listening to bluegrass, promoting my automotive nonprofit. Oh, that's cool. 20-minute drive, eh? I say let's load up and go. Yeah, they're in the Gina. At the Grand Ole Opry, there used to be this little old lady, and she used to serve like lemonade, and I'm pretty sure that she had done it for years because she was kind of a legend. And I think that's one of the crowning achievements is sneaking into the backstage at the Opry and getting lemonade from that sweet old lady. Oh, man, who sings? John Anderson. We saw Diamond Rio. I got to meet the drummer for Diamond Rio. I remember seeing, matter of fact, it's funny because this was back in the early 2000s, and I remember there was a band. It was like their first time playing the Opry. And it was a bunch of young kids. They didn't look country. They kind of had that early 2000s look to them with the bleach blonde hair. I should be talking about this on my music talk, but it's still pretty interesting. And they go up there and play their song, and it was called Praying for Daylight. And nobody had ever heard it yet. At least it wasn't that popular, but it was Rascal Flatts. They ended up being pretty successful. The drummer for Diamond Rio, I can't remember his name right now, but he was one of the reasons I started doing like all the drummer like stick twirls and stuff like that, because he was playing. I remember they were playing Meet in the Middle, and if you know that song, it's kind of like a kick and a hi-hat in the verses. And while he was doing that, he was twirling the sticks around. I was like, dude, that's awesome. I want to do that. I met so many of those drummers that were successful that have no idea how much of an impact they were on me. That's also kind of the whole theme of my other stuff on YouTube is I consider myself a successfully failed musician. Man, that smells so good. You ever grill something, not even to eat it, but just because it smells good? I've done that before with like stuff that's been in the fridge for maybe a little too long. Just put it on the grill. Oh yeah, 100%. It's better. I mean, either that or you just throw it out. I mean, at least you could grill it. I don't know if I trust to eat it, but it still smells good. This grill is a choo-chin. Choo-choo. I went in the shop a minute ago to get a plate, and it's hot in there. It's like hot in there. Oh, it's burning. This grill's got all the horsepower. Pretty exciting night out here at the Auxland Automotive Complex. I got to figure something out for winter, though. I guess, like I was talking earlier about trying to keep the live momentum going as much as possible. I don't know. Gina, what's your opinion on that? If I do lives from that little room, the memorabilia room, I feel like there's less people that stop than when I'm in the shop and they see the cars in the background. Kind of curious. I may have to figure out for winter, well, I mean for every time, I may have to try to figure out a wireless router. Oh yeah, you know what? I bet I could figure out an internet, because honestly, the wood burning stove that I've got for the shop is, I mean, it's pretty big. That's a 94. I just brought that out here. It's still on the trailer. It's somebody else's, but I'm gonna house it for them until they're able to get time to fix it. Yeah, I could. It's funny you say that, because I thought about that, because it's so, when it's really cold, that whole thing, obviously the wood burning stove is on the outside of the shop though, but when it's been cooking for like 3 hours, I mean, that thing puts off some heat. It burns on the outside, and then it's got a blower that pushes the heat on the inside. And I think they did that because there was when the county owned this before, and I think that was against some kind of regulation or code. But it's big. I mean, it's a big wood burning stove. No, it's not a boiler. But I thought about putting like a little, like an aluminum canopy on it, and just being able to sit out there. Honestly, because it looks like they used to have a wood burning stove on the inside of the shop, probably back in 2008 or 9. I think they had to move it on the outside. Yeah, Morse. I thought it would be kind of neat. Plus, it'd keep all the wood dry. Yeah, I would like to get one of those oil burning heaters, but I've also kind of heard mixed reviews that they work good, but you've got to clean the sludge on them. I've got a lot of leftover oil. I don't know, I kind of like the wood burning thing though. It's nice seeing a little plume of smoke coming out of the shop. The other thing I like about the wood burning stove is like throughout the night, I'll just put a bunch of wood in there. And even if I don't have the blower on, it still emits heat into the shop. I got to keep all my my old folks warm. That's right, John. I'll save them. I'll put them in I'll put them in the Chrysler, and then when you get here, they should be ready. I like cooking them on the grill. Obviously, that's always better. But when I usually meal prep for the week, so I make all my food like on Monday for the whole week and weekend. I got to cook them in a pan. It's not quite as good.